Welcome back to Tipping Point Files, the channel where we break down global crises, survival strategies, and the decisions that shape our future. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode that could change the way you see the world. Imagine this. You're sitting in your living room, surrounded by shelves of supplies, feeling confident you're ready for anything. Suddenly, sirens blare outside. The world you know begins to unravel. News flashes across the screen, markets crashing, power grids failing, chaos spreading through the city. You lock your doors, convinced your home is your fortress. But as the hours pass, the comfort of those familiar walls starts to feel like a cage. The streets grow more dangerous, neighbors become strangers, and the sense of control you once had slips away. The illusion of safety fades, replaced by a creeping fear that you might be trapped by your own preparations. In moments like these, the decision to stay or go could define your fate for years to come. When crisis strikes, will your home protect you, or will it become your greatest risk? For many, the idea of home is deeply tied to safety. It's where we store our food, water, and emergency gear. We reinforce doors, board up windows, and tell ourselves that as long as we're inside, we're protected from whatever chaos rages outside. This fortress mentality is comforting. It gives us a sense of control in a world that feels unpredictable. We imagine that with enough supplies and strong enough walls, we can outlast any crisis. But comfort can be deceiving. In reality, a crisis doesn't follow our plans. Supplies run out, utilities fail, and the outside world can become more dangerous with each passing day. The very walls that once sheltered us can turn into barriers, cutting us off from help, information, and escape. The psychology of comfort is powerful, but it can blind us to changing threats. What feels safe can quickly become your greatest risk. In a true collapse, survival isn't just about what you have, it's about what you are willing to do when the world changes around you. History is filled with stories of people who believed their homes would protect them, only to discover too late that staying put can be a fatal mistake. During Hurricane Katrina, thousands of residents in New Orleans chose to shelter in place, trusting their supplies and the strength of their homes. But as floodwaters rose and rescue teams struggled to reach them, many found themselves trapped on rooftops, cut off from food, water, and medical help. Some waited days for rescue, others never made it out. In times of civil unrest, the illusion of safety can be even more dangerous. During the 1992 Los Angeles riots, families who stayed home behind locked doors often became targets as chaos spread through neighborhoods. Isolated and unable to call for help, they faced threats not just from the outside, but from dwindling resources and growing fear within. Urban collapse brings its own unique risks. In cities under siege or blackout, those who stayed home sometimes found themselves surrounded, unable to escape as conditions worsened. The dangers of isolation, resource depletion, and being cut off from information can turn a well-stocked home into a prison. History's survivors weren't always the ones who stayed put. Sometimes the bravest and smartest move is knowing when to leave the comfort zone behind. Survival isn't just about what you have, it's about how quickly you can adapt. In a true collapse, the ability to move, change plans, and respond to new threats is often the difference between safety and disaster. While bugging in, staying home, can work for short disruptions. It quickly becomes risky when resources run low or danger closes in. The prepared aren't just those with the most supplies, but those who can recognize when it's time to go. Mobility gives you options. It allows you to escape a dangerous area, seek out safer ground, or connect with others for support. A well packed go bag, a planned escape route, and the willingness to leave comfort behind can save your life when the situation changes. The risks of bugging out, exposure, uncertainty, and the unknown are real, but so are the rewards: freedom, access to new resources, and the chance to stay ahead of threats. In a world collapsing around you, movement is power, the ability to adapt, to leave when staying becomes dangerous, is what separates those who survive from those who become trapped by their own preparations. In every crisis, there comes a moment when you must decide: stay or go. This decision is rarely clear cut, but recognizing the signs can mean the difference between survival and disaster. Watch for critical indicators: rising violence in your area, loss of utilities, dwindling supplies, or official evacuation orders. If communication networks go down or you're cut off from news, trust your instincts and the information you do have. Waiting too long can turn a manageable situation into a deadly trap. Timing is everything. Leaving too early might expose you to unnecessary risks, but waiting until the streets are impassable or resources are gone can be fatal. Assess your environment honestly. Are you truly safe? Do you have a realistic escape route? Can you carry what you need? Make a plan in advance so you're not forced to decide in a panic. The world is closer to midnight than ever. Will you recognize the moment to act? The prepared are those who stay alert, weigh risks carefully, and aren't afraid to make hard choices. In a crisis, hesitation can be your greatest enemy. Trust your judgment, act decisively, and remember, survival often belongs to those who move before it's too late. True preparedness goes far beyond filling your shelves with supplies. A real survival plan means being ready for both possibilities: staying put or leaving at a moment S notice. Start by creating a flexible plan that includes a well packed go bag, multiple escape routes, and a checklist for what to grab if you need to move fast. Build connections with neighbors, friends, or local groups. Community can be your greatest asset when resources run thin or danger grows. Practice your plan. Run drills with your family and make sure everyone knows what to do if you have to leave quickly. Stay informed about local risks and keep your communication tools charged and ready. Most importantly, prepare your mind to adapt. The world rarely follows our scripts, and survival isn't about walls, it's about options. The more you plan for uncertainty, the more control you'll have when chaos arrives. In the end, resilience is built on flexibility, not just stockpiles. The stories of collapse teach us that control is never guaranteed, and comfort can quickly turn into weakness when the world changes overnight. Those who cling to the illusion of safety behind locked doors often find themselves isolated, out of options, and at the mercy of forces beyond their control. In contrast, those who prepare to adapt, who build networks, stay alert, and are willing to move, hold real power in uncertain times. Adaptability is your greatest asset. It means knowing when to stay and when to go, how to connect with others, and how to change your plans as new threats emerge. Community transforms vulnerability into strength, and readiness to move can turn crisis into opportunity. The world is unpredictable, and collapse can come without warning, but you don't have to be caught off guard. In the end, survival favors the prepared, not the comfortable. Don't let the illusion of safety keep you trapped. Build your plan, stay flexible, and remember, true resilience is found in those who are ready for anything. Thanks for watching Tipping Point Files. If this episode gave you something to think about, hit that subscribe button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next one.